Fellaini, Herrera, Marshall, Lingard, Rooney. Hi guys, welcome to Full Time Devils. I'm Adam. Today I'm joined by Steve. We've also got Ray here as well, who will be joining us very, very soon. The team news is in. Happy days. Fellaini starts. The full team is as follows: David De Gea, Darmian and Cameron Borthwick-Jackson as our fullback, Smalling, Blind as our centre half, Schneidlin, Fellaini, Herrera, Marshall, Lingard and Wayne Rooney. So no Mata again, no Memphis, no Carrick, but we've got Fellaini
in the middle, mate. What is he doing?
But he helped set up Wayne Rooney's goal.
Oh yeah, when he missed. Let's face it, that's what he did there. He missed. People are giving him credit for missing because the rebound was fortunate enough to go to someone else.
Do you think it could be useful against Southampton?
In what way? In what
against
way?
Wanyama?
They've got a pacey midfield and forward line. So what benefit is having Fellaini in the team at all? Mane is going to run rings round him like he's a cone. There's going to be plastic cones put out on that pitch for a warm-up that are going to do more against Southampton than Fellaini is.
This is what I don't get though as well. Like, we've got Herrera who could easily drop back. Play Andreas Pereira, where Herrera would play. Like, he's such a talent that he deserves to play. We've got him at the club. He's doing it for the under-21s week in, week out, and yet he sits on the bench. Why is he signed a five?
Pereira, you put Herrera back in the midfield, and you've got a dynamic midfield partnership with Schneidlin and Herrera. You can put one bleeding Mata at number 10. Yeah. How about that? How's that for a crazy idea?
I forgot about Juan Mata. He has been a bit poor recently, but even then, that's better than Fellaini as well.
You put Rooney there, you play Marshall up front, you give Januzaj and Memphis a run on the wing. Playing him in the team affects so many different players that are 100% better footballers than him. This is absolute madness.
I feel sorry for him a bit that he's not a centre midfield that is going to enforce a game and we play him there. Why is Louis doing that? It doesn't make sense.
Like, I don't want to go over it. I don't want to...
Get your comments in below on what you think about Fellaini starting. Another person...
Look, hang on. I just want to clarify. I don't want to crucify Fellaini, right? But he's a fantastic squad option. Come on, Ray. He's a squad option, isn't he? He's a great squad option. When the game's stale and there's nothing happening, you throw him into the mix because he's chaos, and then things can happen, but you don't set off of a game like Fellaini's the man, because he's not the fucking man, is he? Let's face it, he is not the man. God.
Ray, what do you make of the team?
Static. It's been picked to be static again. It's been picked to keep ball. It's been picked to bore the arse off us again. We'll probably have a good kip for about 45, 50 minutes, something like that. They might have a half-time bust up again. I don't know what the truth is in that, what kind of a bust up it was, who was involved in the bust up and what was said. But certainly something had to be said after the first half against Liverpool last week, and now we've turned out we're basically the same team. As regards Stephen's point on Fellaini and mobility, I've got more mobility than Fellaini. I can win better headers than Fellaini, and I'm bleeding, and I'm 70. Fellaini never wins a ball. They say he's in there to win balls. He doesn't win headers. He doesn't. He just makes a nuisance of himself, and he's always that far up being sent off and reducing you down to whatever. The header last week hit him on the shoulder. That's why he hit the bar. He didn't get a full header on that, even though he was head and shoulder of everybody else. But I mean, it's not Fellaini's fault. The fault lies with Mr. Van Gaal here. He's the guy who picks the team. He's the guy who obviously they must practice tactics all week. Although you turn out on a Saturday, you wonder what the hell were they exactly practicing, because they are so bad. United at the minute are so bad. We've made a bit of a recovery. We drew with Newcastle. That's a big plus, I suppose. Liverpool beat themselves 1-0, didn't they, really? They should have won that game. But overall, the performances are just getting worse. They're not getting any better. And he's going out last week and trying to claim the plaudits for the 1-0 win. He's put on the bus up at half-time. He didn't give De Gea any credit whatsoever. He just said, well, that's what he's there for. Yeah, of course that's what he's there for. But you don't expect De Gea to be able to make world-class saves every week in, week out, and keeping your team in the game. A keeper's there to make saves, not keep you in the game, which is effectively what De Gea's doing. Down to this fella's mismanagement. Now, I don't know what the crack is with Van Gaal at the minute, because he seems to be talking from a position of strength, but he knows he's not going anywhere. But it only needs a couple of bad results, and they'll be shouting again, and we'll panic. It's a panic move, get rid of him and get somebody in, or is a panic move, get rid of him and get Giggs in, which I don't think is the answer. I'm only hoping that we've got a long-term plan for this club, because this club at the minute is stagnant. It's dead in the water, Adam. It really is.
And there's more. I know Louis van Gaal is one of the problems at the moment, but there's more problems than Louis van Gaal at the club at the minute. And that needs to be seen as well.
Absolutely. I mean, what it's being treated as here, it's been treated as a franchise by our American parasites who owners, and ripped billions out of this club over the past whatever number of years it is, and continues to rip it out. And it's treated like a little plaything for them. And how much we can make of it, and what's the bottom line, and what profit we're making. This is an institution. It's a football institution, not a bleeding America's bleeding plaything, who can come and do what they want and just invest where they feel they should invest, and go and have meetings for crispy chicken noodles and get a sponsorship with them. You want to get some sponsorship down and get some money spent on the youth system, because youth system's stagnant. The youth system is really, really poor. Anybody who watched the game against Chelsea tonight, Chelsea wiped the floor with United. They wiped the absolute floor with them because they invest in it and they put people in it who know football. I don't know what we've got down there.
Still haven't replaced Brian McClare.
Exactly. But what did Brian McClare do exactly?
I mean, I don't mean in the team, by the way. I mean in the youth system, the job that he was doing.
I know that, but what job was he actually doing? I don't know what he was doing. I always thought he was just there as one of Fergie's boys, to be honest with you. Because Fergie had a lot of people down there who were just hanging on his coat strings. And when he left, they all went, but you could lose them. We lost the main man there, and we lost it was a key point of the whole club. It was like a cornerstone of the club, and they pulled him out, and it just started to crumble. It's crumbled. It needs addressing. We need some football people in here to run the club, to run the transfer side of it, because Woodward can't. Anytime we have an adverse result, it's the same headline next day, we're going to sign Bale. What the bleeding hell's that all about? Why would Bale come here? Why would any world-class player come here at the minute? Looking at what's what, because they're all going to be on even keel next year as regards money. Everybody's going to be able to pay the same kind of daft money to players. So they're going to be, right, I'm a Champions League, right, that's my first choice. I'm a Europa League, well, that's the second choice maybe. And we're not playing in any leagues, any European competitions. No, but I'll go to City, or I'll go to whoever else to qualify for Europa. Because the way we're shaping, we're just going.
Sad, but it's true what Ray's saying there, and it shows that there's a lot of problems at the club at the moment. In terms of the team today, I'll say the team again for those that missed it. David De Gea in goal, Darmian, Blind, Smalling, and then of course Cameron, Borthwick, Jackson. Then we've got Schneidlin, Marouane Fellaini, Herrera, Marshall, Lingard and Wayne Rooney in the team. I'm excited to see Jesse Lingard. He misses an awful lot of chances, but I feel he's very direct in his play and I hope he does well. Cameron Borthwick Jackson, I thought he had an excellent second half against Liverpool. He deserves to start today. What have you made of his performances?
I'm quite impressed with Borthwick Johnson, to be honest. He looks like he knows what he's doing. That's a nice change for a full-back. He is a full-back, which is another nice change for us at Old Trafford. And I think he's full of... That's right. He's full of confidence. He's pacey as you like. Gets up, gets down. Plenty of bottle. I think he's sound.
That's a big thing as well. That we clearly have good players through our academies, like under 18s, under 21s. And you look at the likes of Callum Gribbin, Timothy Fosu-Mensah, Axel Twain-Zabi, Will Keane, Adnan Januzaj, Andres Pereira. All these guys coming through, but then we don't have maybe the whole setup in place to be able to give these guys the best chance to become Manchester United players.
That's the thing, we haven't got the solid players around them. It's if the fans can see that someone like Fellaini shouldn't be playing in midfield, why can't the management see that? I'm not being funny, but do you pay £700 a year to come and see Fellaini? Seriously, do you? That's the thing, and there's not that base there to bring the youth through at the minute because no one's protecting you. You used to have Brian Robson. When you hear about Beckham saying that if someone kicked me, Brian Robson came flying through me. We don't have that. Would any of them players protect our youth at the minute? Our youth are probably bigger than our midfield. To be fair, they are.
A lot, doesn't it? You want to say something?
Yeah, obviously I was at the academy game last night and we got done by a very, very, very good Chelsea side. Some wonderful individual players, but they actually played like a team as well, and it was really good to see on their behalf. It was poor to see from us. A couple of individual performances stood out, and he's a guy that is playing at such a level that he's in the shout for man of the match every single game, and that's Timothy Fosu-Mensah. And I'm not exaggerating in any way, shape or form, and I say I would prefer to have seen him start today over Fellaini, because the guy can play football. He's got great feet, he's got great strength, he's tall, he's got a good vision on him, he's got a good football brain, he's dynamic, he gets up and down, and he's everything you want in a midfielder, and he's destined for the absolute top. And why is Fellaini starting over players like that? Now I know everything's not right at the club, and I know you have to have good circumstances, ideally, to throw young players in. But do you know what? I've not seen him have a poor game in 7 or 8 months. So why not give the guy a chance? Why not give him a chance off the bench and prove it? Because I think Timothy Fosu-Mensah could be Paul Pogba all over again. We're 18, he is ready for the first team.
Right then, we're going to go to predictions shortly. That team news again: David De Gea, Darmian, Cameron Borthwick-Jackson, Smalling, Blind, Schneiderlin, Fellaini, Herrera, Lingard, Marshall, Wayne, Rooney. Score predictions, guys. Come to Hilly first.
1-0, clinging on.
Klingon.
What's the subs bench?
It's a good question. I've obviously not been doing my job properly. Romero, McNair, Varela, Pereira, Yanazai, Mata, Memphis. So he's got a lot of attacking players on there. I think McNair and Varela.
Well, I think the bench looks better, and I don't know. I honestly, any time I come and watch United now, I keep wondering, where's the goal going to come from? Where's it going to come from? You know, where's the goal going to come? You see week in, week out, you see teams that rock up, they run the arse of teams, and they get a guy free in the box who goes like that, tap goal. How many tap-ins have we had this year? None. How many 3-4-0s have we had? None. So I'll have to go along with the gentleman here and say, hopefully, a 1-0. Anything, just 3 points is the main thing, and just try and keep us awake.
I'm going to be deluded or optimistic, one of the two, and say Man United are going to win 2-0. That's optimistic these days, 2-0. That says, yeah. All right, I'm going to be stupid and say 3-0 to United today. It's not happening, is it? Go on, prediction.
You've not even been drinking yet this morning. What are you on? I was just to hit back
Been puffing the magic
one with Ray there. I did see a 3-0 this year. It was at the Emirates. In terms of how we're going to do, I think we're going to do well in the wide areas. With Cameron Borthwick-Jackson and Marshall on the left, I think we'll do well down the left. Darmian, I like him better on the right than on the left, and with Lingard on the right as well. I think them two are going to get balls into.
Yeah, but what's your score prediction?
I'm getting to it. So what I think is going to happen is we're going to create a lot of chances, but I'm not confident we're going to keep a clean sheet. So I'm going to go 2-1 to the Manchester Red team.
Yes. JD Neal, go on.
I think it's going to be 4-0 to Manchester United. Marshall is going to get 2. Memphis is going to come on for the man that is Fellaini. I'm not even sure if he's a man anymore. And he's going to get 2, so it's going to be 4-0 to Manchester United.
I want what he's having.